I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review of the PowerStop brake rotor and pad kit fitting all 2007 and up JKs. This kit is available with the drilled and slotted rotors as you see here, but it's also available with plain rotors for a few dollars less, so it's up to you depending on what you want on your Jeep. Today we are going to talk through the installation of this kit, which is going to be a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches, as is doing a brake job on most vehicles that have disc brakes all the way around. If you decide to tackle this in your driveway, you're going to be able to get it finished in under 2 hours. We're also going to talk through the construction and a few of the other features of this kit. This brake rotor and pad kit is for those of you who have factory rotors and pads on your JK and need to swap out the brakes because they're worn out, but aren't looking for an upgrade. If you have factory sized tires or even slightly larger than factory, chances are the factory brakes are just fine for you and you're not looking to upgrade them. So a kit like this is going to replace them with really high quality components that are designed to work together and give you great gripping power. Now, if you do decide to go with the version of these that are drilled and slotted, you should get a little bit better performance out of them because the drilled and slotted pattern helps to vent some of the gases away from the brake that are created during heavy braking, which will allow, again, for more friction and a little bit better stopping power. This is a fairly priced kit that includes all 4 of your rotors and all 8 brake pads, so it's going to have everything you're going to need to get your brake job done. The pads that are included in this kit are a ceramic pad, so they're going to do a nice job of cutting down on brake dust, which is a nice feature. It keeps your wheels from turning black, but moreover, they are designed to work specifically with the premium rotors that are also included in this kit to give you as much stopping power as is possible from a factory style setup. Now, if you do have big wheels and tires on your Jeep, or you just want more performance, you can always upgrade to a larger rotor, to a larger or a multiple piston caliper. But for a kit that is designed to work with your factory calipers, with a factory style rotor, this is a setup that is going to give you the best possible performance out of that factory style setup. As I said before, getting these installed on your Jeep is something you can do easily in your driveway if you choose to tackle it and get it done in about 2 hours. I'm going to give this a very simple 1 out of 3 wrenches. The process for getting these installed, again, is very simple. All you'll need to do is, of course, remove your tire, then remove your caliper bracket, and finally remove your rotor, installing your new rotor, and then changing out the brake pads in the caliper before reinstalling it on the bracket. Now, anytime you're installing brake components, you do want to make sure that they're nice and clean. These don't come with a lot of oil on them right out of the box, but you will want to clean them with a good cleaner that isn't going to leave any sort of residue behind, like a good aerosol brake cleaner. And on the contrary, you want to make sure that you don't get any sort of contaminant on the pads. Now, on the pad boxes, they do give you a break-in procedure for these brakes, and it's a good idea to follow that and follow it carefully. That's going to ensure that you get the best braking performance out of your new brake setup. And the idea behind breaking in a set of pads and rotors is to transfer some friction material from your new pads onto your rotors so that you're getting the best possible bite. And the way that you do that is by heating up the pads and the rotors and then cooling them down gradually. The most important thing in a break-in period is that you don't come to a complete stop for a long time with your foot on the brake with a hot rotor and a hot pad. What that can do is create a slippery spot on your new brake rotor, which can actually feel like a warped rotor as you're stopping because you'll get a little bit of that pulsing feel. So make sure you follow the break-in procedure properly, have everything cool off before coming to a complete stop, and these brakes are going to work really well. All in all, I think that this is a fairly priced kit for what you get. Again, it's all 4 of your rotors, all 8 of your pads. It's everything you need to do a complete brake job, and they are going to work really well for you. They're going to give you a little bit better performance than an OEM set of brake pads and brake rotors. And if you decide to spend about $55 more to get the drilled and slotted, you have that look, but also that additional performance. Now, some people will say if you're going off-road, don't get the drilled and slotted, they're just going to hold mud. chances are, yes, they're just gonna hold some mud, but it's not really going to hurt anything either, and when you are on the road, you may get a little bit more performance out of them. So that's up to you if you have the extra $55. So if you have worn out brake rotors and pads on your JK and it's time to do a brake job, this is a kit that gives you all the components you'll need in one box, designed to work together, and you're gonna get a little bit better stopping power than your OE quality components. So that's my review of the PowerStop brake rotor and pad kit fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.